Evening. Pleasant night,
Evelyn.
everyone.
Good night, good
Yes.
night, good night, good night. Flame Gary, what's up, man?
Not
Ah,
much, man. Daddy,
as you know, say it's
There.
all about basketball, so we're just here to deliver and let them know what's really going on. And
Yeah, and
yes,
yeah,
it
we have a
kind of
special guest tonight to Gary, because you know already. We've been asking, are the coaches to be blamed, for players not making it to the next level, and we were wondering if any coaches were at the next level, you get me? So
yes.
yeah, we have somebody special coming on, so tune in, people. Tune
Big up
in.
Mr. Wright Jones tuning in early, as you know. Big respect for pass through. But as you know, Willie, we kind of start from a little down mood. I must
Mm-hmm.
say, I'm trying to build back myself. I know Flimo online, Willie. Persons who might not know, there was something horrible. I use the word horrible. Took place throughout the week where we lost a princess of the game of Jamaica basketball, Simone Jackson, and just seeing her name bring chills over me because knowing that young miss, very humble, always dedicated, talented. When you hear Simone Jackson, there's respect all over Jamaica
Trust me.
basketball fraternity. So before we even get into the show, it would be it would be interview squad if we didn't take the time out to acknowledge and to give a minute of silence. So right now, it's 7:02. Let's just have a minute of silence for Simone Jackson. Rest in peace, sleep in peace. Again, a close friend of Jamaica basketball fraternity. I see persons in the chat from earlier out saying, "Oh, strong." As you know, Fimo, a member of the interview squad, had a closer relationship with Simone Jackson and always on the court together. If you know Flimo, throughout his development, Simone Jackson would definitely play a major role in trying to assist him to reach to the level that he's. So, Flimo, before we show the video, give our tribute to Simone Jackson. Would you like to say anything to the persons online?
um, I mean, she was a pure soul, real, genuine friend, mentor, both locally, internationally, and off the court. You see me? So there's a big void. There's a big void within the Kingston 20 and our Saturday morning camp. So just just have to hold it. We'll take that one and continue.
Say
Yeah.
strong. I see Nene, if you know basketball, and Nene says, "Sleep in peace, Simone." This is our tribute. We had to put a video together for Simone Jackson. So we will just take a time to honor her short this minute. So Willie, could you
Gone too soon. Shiny and sparkling and splendidly bright. You one day, gone one night. like the loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon. Gone too soon.
Been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know, we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
Yeah. It's a long day. Sleep in peace. Rest in peace. I definitely, yes, definitely gone in our hearts. And I know, Flimo, you are closer to Simone, but knowing Simone, she would love if we would continue the work in basketball. She spent all her life on the court, and to just be somewhere honoring her to ensure that basketball continue to grow in Jamaica and reach to that point where she could look down and say, yes, job well done. So in also honoring Simone Jackson, we are going to pledge to continue to push for the development of Jamaica basketball. And all better way to do that than to have the guest that is backstage to shed some light, give some advice, give some encouragement, teach us something in regards to getting to that level. All right. So without any further delay, we must say it's an honor to have Coach Michael Stephenson on set with us tonight. A little down mood, and I know I was talking to Coach Stephenson backstage, and he said that he heard of the news shortly before he came online. So welcome, Coach Michael Stephenson, and I must say before we even start, thanks for assisting us in getting basketball to the level that we want to see it at. So good night, Coach Michael Stephenson.
Welcome, Mr. Stephenson.
Good evening, gentlemen. Flimo especially.
Yeah, I see his own, so good evening. All right, so let us go right into what we have planned for tonight. I must say, fans, share the link early. This is going to be one of those interviews that you don't want to miss. Very informative. We are pushing to ensure that the growth of basketball continues. All right, so Coach Stephenson, my friend on set, and we kind of keep it, as you say, it's a Jamaican program. We keep it. You hear the patter coming on again, and we are very passionate because that's our style. My friend backstage said to me that he didn't even know who is Coach Stephenson. He did research on Facebook and this and so it leads me to my first question to you. Who is Michael Stephenson?
I am me. You know, I grew up in Mandeville. I was born in Kingston years ago. I don't want to give it away, but I'm older. But I was born on the Seventh-day Adventist Hospital, right? That's on the Hope Road, on the night, right?
Yes.
And you know, grew up here until I was 13. Went to Canada, lived there for a little bit, came back, learned a lot of things, picked up some things, came back, and saw the void. When I came back to Mandeville, and I remember I was sitting on my porch at the house and saw a young boy walking down the street with a basketball. And I said, "You guys play ball? You guys play ball?" And he said, "Yes, man. What do you mean, man? What?" And he said, "Look, can you come?" I said, "I can't come today, but I'll tell you what, I'll come next week." Anyway, long story short, I went and watched these kids play. They wanted me to play, and I didn't. I said, "You know what?" I sat up on the hill. And I was intrigued because back in those days, Jordan was still around, right? So everybody was wearing. You guys remember that, right?
The GOAT. We have to remember the GOAT.
Straight. I don't want to say I'm not a LeBron fan, but nobody to beat Jordan. Nobody comes close. Nobody. Not come close. All right.
I agree
You feel me,
100%.
You feel me, Willie? All right.
I feel
I could just, yeah, all right. So anyway, people are wearing 23, everybody have the shoes, you know. Hey, you know how it was. But these guys could play ball, these kids could play. So I sit up on the hill and I said, no, no. I said, I have to do something. And it started there, and we formed look, man, on a Sunday afternoon, I would have 20, 30 kids, and it ballooned to 40. And we're playing 3-on-3, and then it turned into a training session, and we formed a team. Those guys were called the Hambury Road Bulldogs before I started, and then it went to, I said, you know what, we're going to have to form a team. And I formed a team called Team R. If you go back and search certain things, you're going to see this name come up. Amazing Athletes at Heart. That's what it meant. And Team R was the growth of many things to come. I started helping out with running the league in Mandeville, and it went from Mandeville to Clarendon to St. Elizabeth. When we started running the league, there was another gentleman, he's gone now, his name was Lloyd Morris. Lloyd was the one that started. Lloyd walked Spanish Town Road and went to a company, I won't call the company because they don't sponsor you guys, but went to a certain company, right, and got some money, and Lloyd called me in, and look, we'd have we started out maybe 12, 13 teams or so, but all the schools, and most of these schools at that time didn't have a development program or a coach. So what we did was ref and coach the kids at the same time. If Knox College was playing Manchester High, the two of us are coaching, but next two, Edwin Allen and BB Coe, were coaching, and we did that for the whole season. The league turned out great. We started helping coaches. Then Marlon Natty got in contact with me and said, look, we need to get you guys in the national program. I said, yeah, what do you mean? What? Yes, man. And look, I pushed Central. Bless his heart, a guy named Byfield. There's two guys, Byfield, that passed away, was it last year, 2 years or 2 or 3 years ago? And another guy named Cassius Watson. You guys know him?
Yes,
Those
I know
two.
Watson. Yes.
I don't.
Oh.
All right. Well, them work for another station I won't mention right now, but
Yes.
they used to work for that station. And between those two guys, they made us famous because they saw the work that we're putting in. So we went from 18 schools to 20. We did I remember, just to garner support, we got all the schools together and we marched through Mandeville with a marching band. We were one of the first people to do those things. Marched 18 schools with them gear and everything, marching band around the town of Mandeville. Hey, big something.
Yeah, man, I heard about it.
You heard? All right. So we did that. And it went from there to just whole. We had a Alpart Summer League. Alpart, we had 600-700 kids at that summer. Well, 600 at that summer league. That thing ran for 5 years. Out of that, we had a team go to Cuba. I took a team to Cuba out of that thing. Beat a couple of their teams over in Cuba, and lost, of course. We played the under 23 and them run me over. But it was an experience for these kids, and a lot of these guys now are on to bigger things. And if I tell you what some of these guys are doing, it's amazing. I love to see that. I love to see our country, our people, our basketball kids doing bigger things. I love it. And look, when we so now from Central, I went to the National. Marlon Natty again called me in. I served in all capacities on the board for years upon years with all of the guys in town. I don't have to mention all the names. Them. Everybody knew Martin. Everybody knew. I mean Pete, Remy Key. You know all those names. So I was in the background a lot, doing certain things. One of the things, you ever seen there was a book, there's a pamphlet, or not a book, a magazine. We did a magazine called, I think it was Jam Hoops. I was the one that did that magazine for the association, right? We put that together. We were trying different things, behind closed doors. And, but what's another thing? The Globetrotters. Remember that Globetrotter thing? I set that up. I called the office, spoke to them, got them to come down, and then step back and let everybody else deal with it. I had the Globetrotters in Mandeville town. You hear me?
I remember that.
You remember
that.
How you remember that? You remember
I
that?
was there. I went
Yeah,
to
man.
yeah, man. I remember that. I think I went to the
Seriously?
game at stadium. Yeah, man. I'm a huge fan of basketball, so yeah, man. I remember that.
So we did that. Listen, there's a lot of things that I could go on and on about, but the bottom line for me is when we finally got to a level that we said, okay, what are we going to do? Now it's development and it's other things, and it's now I'm managing the national team, and Simone's on the team. I tell you what.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
We took Simone to Mexico, the junior team, and we played against the U.S., a couple other teams. And I'm telling you, when we're playing against the U.S., Mexico was the Mexican. I remember the Mexican audience in that place, man, was cheering us. Yeah, Jamaica, madness. Simone was always humble.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask Simone for nothing. You don't have to ask Simone for nothing. She just, trust me, she's just different. And you call on Simone, you don't have to tell Simone where to go on the court. Simone she wants to play. And if scoring is going to happen, she's going to be scoring. And she just makes everybody feel comfortable. But that was the Mexico thing with Simone. And we went from there to, I was the manager for the two national teams, female national team, male national team. We went to Bahamas with the male national team for the, what's that? Is that what you call that? The Caribbean Basketball Championships, right?
Yeah, Caracom.
CBC.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we went to Colombia with the females. Went to, Neva, Colombia with the females. Did pretty good. Played against Brazil, played Canada. We had a good showing there. Proud of the girls.
Okay.
But coming back to Central and how nobody knows about Coach Mike, I'm like this, gentleman. I don't believe that you should be showing off. I'm not into, I got to be careful how I say this. Pay me to get my player, and I don't do all of that. I'm not into that. I develop people. Nobody can come to me and say, give me 6 pairs of, give me 100 pairs of sneakers, and I send you a youth. I don't do those things. In the early days, we tried so hard. Sullivan, listen, if you saw that team, we played Denham Town. We were in the final of the Guinness League at Stadium. Mr. Siaga is there. Honorable Portia was there. You name it. A lot of people were at Stadium for that final. Nobody knew us. Nobody knew who we were. And my boys could play. We're in the final. It's not like we get there by accident. We're playing Denham Town. And I remember one of my guys catch a dunk coming down the court. Yo, the stadium mash up the night.
Mash up.
Mr. Man, I run off of the banking. People are come down. They came down behind the bench. I don't know who those guys were because them said, craziness now. But it was something. And I remember Portia Simpson, Madam Portia Simpson said to the guys, "Where you guys from?"
Mm-hmm.
And one of my guys said, "Country we come from, miss."
What?
Country we come from, miss.
Definitely. I mean, that means that Michael Stephenson. Let me first.
Wait, you mentioned Sullivan. You're talking Coach Sullivan now.
Coach Sullivan is one of my boys. He used to play for me on my team. I developed him.
Yeah, if I used to play for my team too.
Which was your team?
Arborview. Yeah, man. He usually leave from Mandeville and come Arborview.
See? Yeah, man. My guy, man. Hey, I remember when Sully was so skinny, walking on his toes. Hey, listen. Yeah, I took those kids from boy. Sully. Yes, man. I took those kids from boy age right up to what you see now. It's amazing to see what he's doing now. I'm telling you.
All right. First thing, Mike, Coach Stephenson, I must say, and let me quickly say, because persons here mentioned that a lot of persons don't know you. Listen carefully. Let me put some respect on your name. If I'm going to put the respect on the name, no, I'm putting on it. I call Calvin Martin. And if persons in the industry and the fraternity know Calvin Martin, it takes a lot from Calvin Martin to speak good about someone. And as soon as I mentioned Michael Stevenson's name, he said Michael Stevenson has done a wonderful job for basketball. He mentioned to me about that band stopping Mandeville parade around, and he said that you take Central to the next level. And I'm saying that to say, and I'm saying that, Will, you understand? Calvin Martin, did he
Yeah,
come
I
with
know
any
Calvin.
sarcasm? Did he come with anything? He was just instantly to say, is a man that he respected. So, with that being said, respect on your name. And I heard you mention how you develop and you started out, you saw the kids playing, and your passion was there to uplift basketball where in the Central. However, we know for a fact that persons quickly say money cares and it's all about money and the $1 billion. So we're not sure if you are a billionaire then. However, my question to you is could you emphasize about some of the difficulties or the problems that you face, hurdles, red tapes, and how you overcome them? Because I realize now in leadership and in management, persons quick to identify what is the problem, but the solution is the next thing. So just quickly, I know you might have a list, but if you could just prioritize some of them, that some of the difficulty you face while making this transaction, this movement in Central, and how you overcome them, please.
My background is marketing, and I remember one of my professors told me one time, you know, if you build it big enough, they will come. And I didn't quite understand what he was saying. I heard him say what he said, but I didn't understand. So what we did in Central was create something that people could see. Now, here's my difficulties. I am a professional package writer.
Yes.
When you're in the country, or which you don't have to, you could be in Kingston, Portland, wherever. They check somebody. If you're in the country, you're going to hear this. You're going to hear, well, we have to talk to head office in Kingston. I said, no, it's okay. I can go to Kingston and speak to head office. I said, no, give us the letter and we'll send it to head office. I said, can you give me the number so I can call head office? Because I will call head office. You know how many times I've picked up the phone, call head office, beg. Listen, you know me, people, how many businesses I've said, listen, I've got a group, I've got a team, I've got kids, I've got 5, 2, 1 that need shoes. And I was never able to get a spot. Listen to this, as long as I have been doing this thing, I was never able to get anyone in our country to sponsor me shoes for our kids. Just shoes.
And that is
when them have holes in the shoe, just shoes. No, Alpart was a different thing. Alpart, when they did that, they bought the whole, they put the whole thing together. We got them shoes, gear, everything, them get hat. But that's different. That's for St. Elizabeth. I'm talking for just kids that will come as a coach. I come from Lionel Town, or my kids in Mandeville, our kids as far as Crofts Hill or Clarendon College up there. Just shoes. The first thing I'm going to tell you, like, what's been after shoes? Just shoes. I've asked for balls. Listen, I'm tired. I was tired of that lip service and why, coach, you know what I said? Tired. So what I did was, when I got the opportunity to do certain things out of my own pocket, I did. I would have all the kids in my house. We'd have camp. I clean out all my furniture. I remember I went to one of the soldier camp them and get board from soldier camp. You know, look, a flatbed that soldiers have. I don't know, must bring about 20 of them come down to the house. And one of the teams from Kingston come and stay at my house too. And listen, I did that. I beg food. Listen, I've had sponsors, like people that, good people like the Moody's and just can't leave out Howie Chin. Howie Chin was the only one, Vermelia people there, they were the only one that gave us money to run a league in Central. Right? And Mr. Harton, if I big him up, him give me, if I call Mr. Harton said, boy, yes, Mike, don't worry. Mr. Harton sponsored gear for 2 different teams one time. I remember that. Now I forget Mr. Harton. And there's certain people, but the difficulty, I'm like this. I always say, if you build it big enough, they have to see. So we didn't know what was going on in Kingston and the other parts of the island and Montego Bay. I just knew what I could do. I knew that if I got people to pay attention and I gave them something, I gave my sponsors something or gave people something to look at, them have to pay attention to my kids. So the parade thing, that parade thing was a marketing idea. And I said, nobody knows the sport. Them can't see it. The basketball court, they're hidden in the bush. They hide over there. So they're in the school. Nobody's walking past the court to see the court. True. Most of the courts, people can't see them. So bring basketball to the people that don't know it or don't like it or don't care about it. That's how I got over the difficulties. You have to make people see it.
We need some of that right now because basketball is a big secret right now in Jamaica.
Ready for work.
I tell you.
Ready for work. Look, gentlemen, I spoke to our president, Mr. Paulton Gordon, this week. Pick up the phone and call him. One thing, another thing, these young guys listening, be proactive. Don't wait for nobody to call you. Nobody's going to pick up the phone and say, boy, Sully, you know, say, I like what you're doing. They're not going to do it. Why? Most older guys my age, they like cricket, them like football, them have them cricket club, you're not going to get a cricket man to give you any money to do something. You might get his son now. His son might listen to you. Him little son might listen to you. Maybe him little son run an arm of the business and so on. You have to be smart in how you approach these people. And you don't disrespect anybody because they're older or because they have another sport. No, be smart. We cannot sit here anymore and say, well, this is not happening. No, I don't care who don't like the sport. That's not my problem. My thing is, there is a bunch of people in our system. There's guys, men, women, kids that want to play our sport. But we want more kids to see. So what do we have to bring the sport to them. We have to think of ways to get the sport to them. You see those 3-on-3s that were playing before? The two, them 3-on-3, the big one, them that were on TV.
Yeah, man, I was there. I remember one we're not calling the name, but it was kept in New Kingston. Yes.
Because I know I slip out with one earlier. I'm not making no more slip, right? So those two, the first one, you remember the first big one? Brethren, you're talking, we're playing in Montego Bay one weekend, we're playing in Buckfield one weekend, we're playing in people Portland are playing. And then they were showing it on TV. So while we're playing in Kingston, they must show the one from last weekend that was playing in Ocho Rios. Come, can't beat that. If we don't move like that,
we need that.
I'm telling you, if you don't move like that again, we're forever going to be looking over the fence. And you know, we can have some. No more. We're not doing that no more. One of the other difficulties I had was people listening to me. A principal of a school, I won't name the school, tell me one time, listen, Michael, you're a little too enthusiastic, you know, and then find me off. Run along. What you must do is put up one of them something up on a light post and just tell the youth and go play. Go run and then find me off just like that. I quit. I quit the end of the season. I was gone in 2 weeks. And I went to the next school. I went to another school and won with that school.
Well, definitely.
The next year.
And you can definitely see that the passion is there, and it seems like you're one who don't take no for an answer at no point. All right, so definitely. You mentioned that you were also the vice president. That was under Marlon Natty, right? If I'm correct.
Yes, sir. No, that was under Ajani. That was under
Ajani. Okay,
with Marlon Natty, I was on the board. I was on the governing board.
Okay, so we want definitely talk about your experience managing the male, you also the female, and we definitely want you to touch on the development of the females. That I know you're paying close attention to Jamaica basketball, and we are really struggling now getting the females um,
Even a
league off
league.
the ground. So just tell us about your days managing the female team and what you would love to see, or your advice to us how we could get back a female league on board.
You know, because our shortcomings are we don't. I want to be very careful and go through this. We don't believe. People don't believe in us. From we don't believe in ourselves at every level. So whether it's the females or the males or first of all, we have to have a development program. When they brought me in to manage the teams, it was kind of late. You know, it was late. It was, look, we have some people coming down, and we need you to, you know, manage. That's late. I run my own business. Super Hoops is our baby, my baby. And listen, I've got 4-year-olds right up to 17, 18, 19. 600 kids. 7 days a week. Every day we have classes running. No, that is oversaw. That is in China. Here in Jamaica, we can do the same thing. We just have to have the impetus. We have to have the drive. In managing our national teams, it's this. That's the problem. And we understand that. But we've got some amazing people. We already talked about Martin. I mean, look, I know. Is Goofy still coaching? I know Goofy's still coaching.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Look, we have a whole slew of people that don't do this. That's our first problem. You see, if you're working for me in my business, I'll have at any given time, depending, 15 to 20, 25 coaches. I worked with a company over there. We had 3,000 kids in Beijing. 3,000. Just think, 50 plus coaches, full-time, part-time. I train everybody. They come to my training. I teach them what to do, where to go, how to do the whole thing. Man, I come from NBA, Maccabi Tel Aviv in Israel, you name it, all over the planet. Me come from Little Jamaica. Yes, and they have to listen to the training and do the package. Just do it. Just do what we tell you. This is the package. Take it and run with it. That's what we have to do in our country.
We need to.
We can't be Tone, Mobile. That have to stop. That's old now. That's finished. We need to do this. Oh, Pewee, I know. Hey, when Pewee came over to China, I tried to get in touch with him, and I think we talked for a little briefly when he was there, and I tried to, but he was too far away from where I was. Listen, Pewee's on. Yes, him CM1. Good, cool. Look, good coach, right? We have how much Pewees? I'm sure we have a couple. Yeah, there's only one Pewee.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure we have other coaches that can be developed, right? So here's my thing. In the old days, when even when I was managing and doing, you know, trying to get the programs going, Alf is in Kingston and he's doing. I'm out there trying to get everybody. Somebody said something. So it was get the coaches trained through the program, get your FIBA license, right? Get them into the school to coach the kids. Here's where the problems occur. 7 o'clock I'm on, and me, hey, guys, I don't sleep at night. It's not good. It's not. But I don't sleep. I do. If I'm getting ready for a game or I'm coaching against whoever, that coach better not be sleeping because I don't. I'm preparing 2-3 days ahead for whatever game I'm final ready. I do the same thing with business. I do the same thing with planning. So I'm up at 7 o'clock, waiting at the court. I remember my first days in Mandeville and Central. Stay up. You know when man I come? You guys know. I don't have to tell you. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9, 10, 11. Man just a brush their head up coming. Boy, coach, you know what I said. I'm tired of boy, coach, you know what I said. Look, we need to just professionalize what we're doing. And you know what? All of us in this beautiful thing that we're doing right now can talk and we can talk. We're gonna go next weekend. I can say, all right, guys, you know what? With the help of the national body, I would like to put a little seminar together for all the coaches that want to. Watch how much coaches show up.
Sure. And that sparked my next question. As we were mentioned last week, we start back when last week, Willie,
yeah.
and we mentioned quickly about a topic that is going around to say that at what point we hold the coaches accountable for development. The fact that players leave Jamaica, they go to other countries, and we're not going to say instant development, but you can see that player has been coached
Come back
overseas.
and
At
is
what
way
point can we look and say, all right, you know what? As coaches, we need to at least try and find even one talent and enhance that talent where we can go to the professional market. We need to have coaches from Jamaica who can leave and go and coach in a league overseas. Even it might sound far-fetched, but even the NBA could be looking at that coach to say, listen, you're a principle that you apply and or you develop, you're rewarded. So that is what, and the first thing mentioned, I think it's from Sullivan, we need to talk to Michael Stephenson. So I know you have been in Jamaica coaching and you're also in China. What's the biggest difference you see in regards to approach that you think we definitely should take as number one priority to get our coaches on the level that they are supposed to be?
Professionalism. Being professional. Number one is to be professional. Listen, I fire guys like this. I'm telling you, we don't have time. When we have on a Saturday, if we have 20 classes running on different courts, you think we have time to tell you every week, be on time? We don't have that time. Because the people, trust me, those parents are calling the office, sending texts. We have a whole system, marketing system and things set up on the internet. They don't have to talk to us. They just send texts to the groups. And we have group, just think. It's like we're running an academy, right? A big school. Yeah, that's some of my boys. We're running a big school, right? So if you show up late continually, those parents are not going to want you in the class. So for us as Jamaican coaches, yes, I'm home now enough. I want to work. I want to help people, right? The first thing first, and trust me, this is not China talking. I'm talking from Jamaica. You know how much times we hold a clinic in Central or wherever, right? And guys come in with that. Why, court? We don't have you don't even get a job with me. Period. Straight. You listen. I see a tattoo guy come. I always tell them. I said, send your CV, send your resume, because I don't have time to look. We're busy, man. I have people in the office working, going through stuff. So when you send your CV to us, we want to see your level, what coaching you got. I want to see your videos that you have of you coaching the children. I want to see, obviously your experience. And trust me, it'll take me a minute and a half. First of all, I'm checking for his credentials. I go, bam, all right. Level 3, all right, cool. Played in Israel, all right, fine. Where's the coaching? If I don't see any coaching, you're not getting that job. So I don't care where you play. I had one guy one time playing the same play for the NBA or whatnot. Big guy, near 300 pounds, big enough. In the classroom, kicking back because he's bored, right? Professional. That's not, by Monday morning, that happened on the Saturday, by Monday morning, gone. We fired him. Straight. So now look, I tell everybody, everywhere we go, because people don't really know our basketball program. So you know what I use when I'm not here? I use track and field, because everybody know we're people there. Everybody knows. Hey, I'm in the middle of China somewhere, do a big clinic for people, because we go out and do stuff all over the place at the universities, the schools, we travel all over the place. And I'm go to this one school and there's 200-300 people waiting. I'm walking in, I see a guy. I have to find that picture because I have that picture. I said, wait, do it again. I took the picture. Deep in the middle of China with nobody. That's how people see us. Them like that about us. So we now have to move like it. We're not. Some of these coaches are not moving like it. Them want people come to them yard and pick them up and carry them go to the stadium or carry them go to the court. And then you want to teach. You want to coach children though, and teach the kids to do the same thing you were. All right. Okay. Good. Yeah. You're cursing. You're cursing your children. You're cursing your children. You're doing telling them all this stuff, and you just practice start 9 o'clock. You just drive in 10 and say, boy, want to run yet? No. Those are the things we have to change. So it will take a while, but we can do it. We did it. I did it. Me do it. I take Central to a level where listen, me I walk, let me tell you, plain and simple. I'm walking on the road when I have no car. I don't have a car. When you see me and 2 kids. I don't miss. You can talk to anybody about it. I come talk. Hey, sometimes I come to town, I have my kids. And we're in the meeting, we're in the national meeting, and the kids are out there running around. Hey, that's the kind of level, that's the level of commitment that we have to have. No.
Passion.
Yes, man. But look, I see the talent and I see what guys are doing. One thing with me, I look, I see what's going on in certain places. I'm watching. I don't sleep over, so I'm over. So I'm looking. I'm saying, okay, yeah, man, the money I work. This one I'm Saturday morning program. That one I did. This one, and where I can help, I help. Like we put Super Hoops sponsored a league in Central with guys from town. Everybody come and play. Did that for 2 years. Couldn't do it anymore, man, because we're out. The money situation. You already know.
Yes.
Right. And if we can do that and help, I'm sure corporate Jamaica and somebody else can jump in and do this, because Liquor Michael Stephenson with his business did it. I sent home. I asked Nene. She said, Coach, I need something for the referees in Kingston. I said, don't worry yourself. Super Hoops will sponsor the gear in Kingston, and I sent gear for the referees in town. Now, I'm talking now because we never talk it then, because people don't know all this stuff. I work behind the scenes and do things, man. No, get back to professionalism, how we coach the kids. If you notice, I move quick, right? I move fast. This is how I teach. I have this thing that I teach. In our Super Hoops, we say super. The kids say hoops. I say move. They say fast. I say think fast. That's our thing. Wow. Move fast. Think fast. It means something. We don't just say it. It's not just a slogan. Them kids live it. When we look, Jamaica we come from, yeah? We grew up here, so yeah? So when our kids are running, we're faster than everybody else. How come when we're training these children, or training these guys, it looks like
slow motion?
Yeah. The level, listen, everybody knows this, you guys know, once you leave yard and guss up, it's a different tempo, The tempo is, the tempo gone soft. Listen, that's what we have to fix. Our tempo right now, training in basketball, is here. I didn't say skill, because I don't want to make it sound like we don't know what we're doing, because our coaches know what they're doing, right? We just have to. They just look. We need to do this. I'm not gonna bash anybody. We need to do this. We need this is when people start to listen to and listen, learn. Sully put on. I hope you don't mind me saying this. Sully put on a camp, a Central, this last a little while ago, and invited everybody, and he does this thing every weekend with the kids, and they come in and they train, and he's got levels. Asked the coaches to come, just put in a little money. Nobody showed up. Nobody not come.
Sure.
Now, you expect sponsors to come and give us money when you're moving like that. No, sorry, it's not going to work. if you expect these corporate entities to see you as something, you see us when hey, you guys can, everybody can go. Just search Supu's basketball anywhere. Google it. You'll see everything come up. Just Google it.
Yeah.
It'll come up.
True. And personally, this is a discussion we had at National Stadium. I think it was 2 nights ago, Mr. London, where we were talking with Douglas Reed, and we're seeing similar that how can we have a basketball finals where 30 or 40 schools participating, and at the finals you only have like the 2 teams out. Other coaches just don't see it necessary to walk with them team to the final. Then you're going to want the sponsor to look in the arena at a final. No one in the stand. How can you bring no to that sponsorship to sponsor our next league? So again, you're totally right, and we are definitely backing exactly what you're saying about professionalism and working together as a group to grow the sport and to understand it's not a one-man thing. It must take more than one, so we need to help each other. I heard you mention about Lloyd Morrison, Byfield, and Watson. However, my question to you, was there anybody that you'd like personally, looking back now, you'd highlight to say was a great mentor to you that assists in your development, in your growth? It might be from the basketball fraternity. It might be, as you mentioned about your professor telling you about if you build it big enough, they will come. But looking back now, who would you say responsible for mentorship?
My mother and my family. My mom was a marketing person. I used to sit at home and watch my mom. My mom back in Canada she sold a lot of different products for different companies. I don't want to mention them companies, but she was good. So she was so good that these companies would send her around the world on trips all the time because she was good. She had Filipinos, Chinese, everybody under working. She was a regional manager for one company and a sales manager for another one, and so on and so on. And I remember watching my mom in the living room with her easel and all the marketing stuff and the pens. And I'd sit on the stairs. I'd sneak down on the stairs and look around, and the living room would be full with people, and my mom is working. And she got these people, and when she's done with the meeting, and these people leave and go out, pump, and oh my God, everybody's ready for work. So I watched my mom doing it, and I've always been close to my family, but there's other people out there that help me in Jamaica, especially move along. Marlon Natty, Ajani. If I miss Martin, it will find me. Martin is one of them. You see, when you guys know Martin already, you know? So when Martin raised his voice, I told him. When me come from Mandela, and him said, "So you come out."
Yeah,
I mean,
that's Martin. That's Martin.
You know what I mean?
That's Martin.
But Martin, let me tell you something that most people don't know. Martin talks to me maybe once or twice a year, and I must say, I don't want to give you all the details, but the things that come out of Martin's mouth, people that know Mr. Martin wouldn't think that he's that type of person. He said to me one time, he said, "Mike, go on push Central. Know yourself." That was years ago. You know, he talked to me, I think about 6 months ago. Again, we were talking about something. And what do you think he said again? He did a camp with Sully, brought his kids to Sully's camp, and Sully did a little camp with him and stuff. I talked to him right after that camp. I don't know how long ago that was. And he said to me the same thing again. He said, "Micah, if you do anything and you bring anybody anywhere, look after Central." You see, and you know Martin when it comes to Kingston, you know, brother.
Yeah.
You know him.
Yes.
Don't play with him. Don't play with Martin. None at all. So I just like whatever he was saying, I have to publicly say that man is one of those men that back me, man. That
Yes.
when no say when everybody has said man your teeth and them man your this and that. No, come out of Martin mouth about me. He's just that type of person. And there's others. A Johnny for making me VP, Marlon Natty. We sleep on Natty yard. I remember we have things to do. We have work. And I forget what we're working on, and I can't come back to Mandeville. Natty said, come. You gotta come over the house. And he cook, make dinner, sit down and have mackerel run down and crackers and what you mean, man?
Yeah.
So real thing. So anything people say on the internet, remember send me a Jamaican first. And it's here, so this bill. So whatever you've seen on the net with Super Hoops basketball and all the excitement and all this stuff, it's just on my bill. I will add that the Jamaican embassy in Beijing, right, they did some great things for us this year. They gave me an award. They gave me an ambassador award for.
Wait.
We're going to put you on pause.
Wait,
we're going to
put you on pause. Put you on pause.
Because there are certain things that have to be acknowledged.
Oh, sorry.
Wait. Yeah, man, I'm finding it.
Give me a hand. Hey.
So Mr. Stephenson is being recognized for his service to social development in Jamaica and his promotion of the Jamaican culture here in China.
Congratulations. So look at the camera.
Oh, congratulations.
You guys are good. No, you guys are good. you guys are good. Thank you.
All right, no problem. But we just give respect to you. However, we're going to put you in the hot seat right now. As soon as we big you up, we're going to put you in the hot seat right now. And the hot seat is, and persons who are on the online and are familiar with basketball in Jamaica know that we're currently in a black hole when it comes to getting sponsorship, right? So the question is, if you were selected to be president, I hear some person. All right. Yeah, if you were selected to be president tomorrow, what would be the first move, or what would you advise our president to do to take to take us out of that black hole when it comes to getting sponsorship? What can we do a little bit different when it comes to marketing? Because that is one of our biggest issues now.
You know, I've spoken to. It's not really a hot seat. It's not really a hot seat. I spoke to Mr. Paulton. I spoke to Paulton on this week, and some of the things we're talking about. Look, I'm gonna go. This is not as hard as it looks. First of all, to present a product, you have to. You guys put up some of the pictures. You see how we look. You see how Super Hoops. You put it up on the screen. People look at that. When people see us over there, when they see what we look like, we have to present a product. Super Hoops, the whole thing says Jamaica colors and vibes and tenacity and strong, and we look good and we move fast, and there's a whole marketing thing. So I'm talking from top to bottom, it has to look the same. If you use the NBA and you look at how they market all their products, you see the same logos everywhere. You see everybody has their different gear now, but you notice every season the teams come out with new gear. Like teams have all 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gear. This was in Beijing at this is 3 different schools I'm coaching here. We did a clinic. But going back to marketing, you have to have from top to bottom the thing looking the same. Everybody has to buy into the product. I think one of the things that we have issue with here is how we look. how we look. You cannot put the product out there and every team just up. The way the whole gear and the whole thing, the look of it has to be mad. You understand? It has to.
Yeah.
You can't just let's put. Look, there has to be a senior person, a senior people, and a team of people that respond for marketing, and you get people that know what they're doing. And come on, man, these phone companies are all. You understand? You have to have a machine that runs that entity. Okay. Now, when you run that entity, you have to get the coaches and the management of the teams and everybody else to buy into it. I want to use a team in town. Can I use that team's name?
Yes, you can.
Urban Knights.
Yes.
You guys see how them roll, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Porter.
Everything
Yes.
is and the
Branding.
hey, I said, hey,
Branding.
they came to, yeah, man, branding. They came to St. Elizabeth to play a game with one of our all-star team down in Nain one time. And I said, man, they played one game and they're going to play another game. Man, and open up, fresh package them come out. And I said, fresh plastic packages with second gear to, look.
Yeah.
If we're going to do this right as like this, we all have to move like that. Because that's how I roll. When you see, parents buy my uniforms and they come in and they put, first thing they do, they get a ball, they get gear, they get the things, and the gear's in the plastic, and it comes in a little thingy, you put it in a box, and bam, bam, them just goes up, it goes right to their house. It's delivered to them. They don't even have to come to the office. Them goes up, and it goes right to them yard. Look, we have to start. Look, we're moving into another era. You see it already. The reset is on, right?
Yes.
We have to stop thinking the old way and start thinking the new way. All right? Look, we have capability. I've got the capability right now. We get a big sponsor. You guys don't have to worry. Everything print. I can do. We can do everything. You see, when I'm ordering gear, I'll order 200 at a time. That gear is ready. Shit, boom, ready. Give me 2 weeks. That gear ready. Boom, drop. Everybody get them gear. Sometimes we don't even see it. It just goes straight to the people.
All right.
We have to get to that point. And it's not like we cannot. We have too much smart people in our sport that, again,
Yes.
yeah, we don't need anybody. Listen, right? We don't need anybody else. Through this organization that we have talented people that can get things done. Just market ourselves properly, which means the way we look is the key to this thing. Okay, it's not just look of gear enough. I'm talking the way the team looks, the way the team moves, the whole we have to reset our entire makeup right now.
Sure.
Our Jamaican basketball people them need to reset how them thinking. You're watching it on TV and you're not doing it. Hey, I fire guys for this stuff. I fire people regular for these things. If I come into the classes, I go to my class and then go around to my venues and I look and I see a coach with 5-6 kids, no gear on. I said, I call him during the water break. I say, what happened to the gear? Oh, coach, I forgot. That's the last time I want him in. I'm gonna see him. Because if they don't see our gear, thank you. Grab a school shirt, please, quick. If they don't see our gear, if they don't see what we look like as the Jamaica basketball fraternity, nobody's going to give us any money. They're not doing it. So all my coaches, thank you, sir. All my coaches wear the shorts are in there. It's okay. All my coaches look like that when they go to work, and they have the suit. We have the where's the Mikey? Look for the other one. The other hoodie. It's in the bag. You see how they're dressed? That's just one set of gear. They have another set. That's the coaches. They have another set that they wear for winter with the hoodie and everything. Right? This is another color shirt. for the coaches, for the color. Look, is promotion yet? But listen to me. This as a we're talking manager on the team. This is the manager shirt.
Okay.
Right? This is the coach's shirt on the team. Jamaica Team Meta. This is the coach's shirt. So this is what they wear to the game. They don't wear their street clothes like I'm looking now. This is the manager. This is then the team gear. Then you have the team gear. Team gear come out. That's the hoodie. You understand? Proper with pants to match. Same colors.
So the question is, how will you ship our stores?
It comes across the water like every other. It has to come through the water.
Okay, I was just saying that it's extra large for me. I don't know what
Yeah.
Just
size
More
you wear.
More support it, man. Yeah. We need one.
Alright.
Definitely. All right.
Just give me this. Just get the sizes to me. That's all.
Yeah, man.
All right. Again, I'm listen carefully. The oven not get turned up. The degree are go up now because right now we wanted to solve some of the questions that constantly throw to us as the interview team. As you know, we're that middle person with admin and the players. The players, we're in all the players groups, and maybe not. Yeah, I think we're in some groups with some persons from the central also. However, one question that constantly come to us, and I'm going to pose it to you. Why, when we're putting a national team together, the local players are always left behind in training for like 2-3 weeks, more than a month. But when it come on to for them to leave, they will know that they are not going to make that team like a day or 2 days before, and know that majority of the persons coming to join the team didn't even go to a tryout overseas, didn't not even train, but they are going to represent our country. And sometimes it come off bitter, and you can relate and you will understand. I'm a local player putting in the work, maybe being misled, let's use the word misled, thinking that you have and it's already signed off that we're just going to take 2 out of the 30 we are trained, and we're going to put the next 10 11. How would you deal with a situation like that coming to your door as a president of the league for the league? And I'm not trying, personally, to be clear. I'm just throwing out questions that are here daily. I'm not trying to bash what is going the current president by saying you must answer, right? It's just really throwing out questions. Yes, yeah. So
all right. One of the things with us as a people is we believe everything will come from far and better. The truth. I've experienced it in Jamaica myself. I'm there with the kids, training. I had a team off. I had a whole team of kids. I beg coaches. I call, I text. Nobody was interested in coming to Jamaica and seeing kids. And when we did have them, then when them come, the countryman, them not getting a look. Them look at the Kingston man. The truth. So, what I did back then was to get my kids seen was I just made them better than everybody else. Or I made them believe they were better than everybody else. So we local youth them. We have, and it's going to come down to, again, a few things. It can't be just one thing. I'm going to come to the professionalism thing. I'm going to playing time, the amount of training time that you put into the program, into your own program. Not the national program, enough, your training time. Mm-hmm. And just maybe doing some more homework, doing your homework. So I had I'll show you something. I had a team come from, I think it was Mount Vernon. We brought them, we hooked up a thing. I did a friendly thing with a guy from Mandeville, and he had a link to the university, and them come. And we were playing our guys. They had, a couple of guys from our team, and they're playing. And this team was good, and it was a college team from us. So, I think it was D3, Division 3. But they were good. But our kids were good too. My guys are. One of my guys came late. I won't call him name. He came late, and he walked on the court. Can't come late. But guess what? He was so good when the coach see him, him said, "What's his name?" It's not like they didn't see the talent. We just have to create opportunities for them to see our talent, right? So and then there was another one. So there was two guys from just that game that day. Because that other player could only play that day, and he picked the big guy, and he picked my guard. Those two. No, there are other people on the team. Sully was there too. Sully used to play upon him something there too. All of these kids, but you see, players develop at a different time. So let's say these guys in the U.S. come down now. This is what I see. The guys in the U.S. come down, and everybody knows it, where them come from the U.S., right? And our local guys are working too. Yes, I know. When I was managing, we took 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we took 4 local guys on the team. If I remember, I'd have to go back and check. I think we took 3 or 4 of them on the national team. No, you see, for the rest of the guys to make it onto the national team. Remember, these guys are playing with a guy. We have players all over the planet. Man, I'm playing in Australia, Israel, so and so. Renate. I mean, Andre Smith. When I hooked him up with the national team, I think he was in Iran or something. Listen to me. We have to understand a balance. So once we find a balance and we have players that can play, put the team together and make them play. Here's the problem, gentlemen, that causes this thing. 3 weeks of training, it's a budget problem. 3 weeks of training, gentlemen, will never get us into any tournament. Not the world. And the problem is, the squish, especially if our guys are playing in schools up there, they're not going to let them go. They don't want to lead. They don't want. I've experienced this, so I know. They don't want them to leave the universities or the college and whatnot to come and play for the national. Who? Jamaica? Whatever. They don't want them to leave and come. So we have to get to the point where we're so damn good. We're winning people's skills. I'm going to say this again. Build it big enough, they will come. It's the same thing.
Field of dreams.
That's one of the line. But you see, when our local guy, because I did this, I did it. I got with Country Boy them to play with the Kingston man them. And I used to just bring my team and we'd pick up a one game and go play whoever at home. Rajab Marshall, I remember one time I brought the guys from the Outpart League to play Raja. All them man at a stadium one Saturday morning. The game tight.
Ball.
Yeah, hey, the game tight. You remember? I had 16, 17-year-olds playing against Raja. All that whole crew. Raja Marshall and Breda, everybody. The game tight. 85. We're done. You hear me tell you? These were 16, 17-year-olds. So it's not that it cannot be done. I did it locally. Me do it. Me prove say countryman can play ball. Brethren, we win the national championship with Bel Air. Before that, nobody don't know Bel Air now. Nobody don't know Bel Air High School.
Michael was on that team, right?
Which one?
Michael.
No, Michael Morrison?
Yeah.
No, Michael was never on Bel Air's team. Michael was on my team, our team. Michael
it's the team R.
Okay. Yeah, but he used to play for Monroe.
Okay.
You still remember? Yeah, my head kind of goes sometimes, but remember some things. Michael was another one, Too many players.
Trust me.
Hey.
Michael, I'm a brethren, man. Michael's well skillful. To this day and old age, Michael know the game.
Was another one, Listen, man, hey, listen, man. There's too much. There's too many. There's too many. Michael was Nick Rooms, Sully, Geronimo Fans, Nicholas Hales. We can name after name after name. Brethren, Nicholas Hales now, you guys know who he is now.
Ref.
Yeah.
He used to make a team up. All them youth, they come
FIBA.
off a team, I know, brother. He FIBA referee, you know.
Yeah.
All those kids came from my little team in Mandeville North. Don't tell me it can't be done. I don't want to hear anybody say it cannot be done. See now, Sully's training. Who, gentlemen? Tell everybody who Sully's training, please.
Under 17.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. I will definitely talk about that shortly. All right. So, for the persons in the chat, I see that they are blowing up a lot of persons saying, I see a few comments out. I'm just going to ask a couple more questions. So, persons, if you have any specific questions for Coach Stephenson, you can just write in the chat now, and we'll share and give a question and answer segment quickly. However, my last question to Coach Stephenson, and that's one of the main reasons, the primary reason why you're on the show today, is to encourage, motivate, and to help develop our coaches. Through your experiences, you mentioned about your passion, where you have to take bus, you don't drive, you always have the kids beside you. You gave respect to Lloyd, also some of your close friends. So you didn't even take the credit all by yourself. You said it's a team thing going forward. We are struggling now, and I will say, persons might text me afterward or give me a phone call to say, sir, Gary X and Y. However, interview squad just say it straight, plain and clear. We are seeing a lapse with the coaches. We are seeing the coaches taking things unprofessional. We are not seeing that drive anymore. I don't know, as well, Travis said in the chat, that maybe it's because of the coin. Money is not enough. However, anything you're doing in life, once your name is on it, you're supposed to take pride in what you're doing. But last question to your Coach Stephenson. I'm just going to open the platform for you to just give our some advice in regards to the approach to get your team, a player, to the next level. What would you recommend, and what would you encourage them to do for me?
Everybody says discipline. You know that comes first. But there are 5 things that I made sure my teams were, or my players were, and I would like to pass this on. If the player's mentality, coaches always talk about this. Coaches always say, hey, and this and that. The superstars can wait. If that person's not a team player, he does not play for me. 1. 2, you can't train normal. We have a thing that we train that we use for super hoops over there, my people over there. We call it train insane. Whatever you're doing now is not good enough. Whatever you're doing now is not good enough. Train insane. That's a tagline we use. It's on our t-shirts over there. Your tempo, the way you train, is different. I had a little guy with me last week training over at Buckfield here with me one Saturday morning, and I think he's with the JC. And talented little kid, But am I complaining back and this and that? Listen, get in the weight room and run. You cannot be on a basketball team, create your own weight room. I see an African guy there. You guys can search the video. I don't know if it's Congo or wherever he's training. You see that guy?
Yes, with the water bottles and his
water
back and
bottle,
push up and everything.
The man have stone in a bucket.
He's even on ESPN, take it up now. Like ESPN has some video now.
Yeah, do you remember when you saw him start? I remember seeing his first videos.
I followed him for a couple months now.
Fine.
And I told somebody in a group, I said, watch this guy. I guarantee ESPN is gonna pick this up.
Same thing. He's got a stone, water buckle, string,
it's a dirt coat.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear, boy, we need them. Yes, you need balls. I understand. Yes, we need balls to play. But Jamaica, we come from, we come. We know how we stay. We know how we track and field people them train. We tire and rope and run up the. We know this. The basketball guys are not doing this. So, training insane, but how you train? Hit the weight room, man. Hit the weight room and work on your speed. Whatever you're doing now, it's not good enough. I'm straight. Because when you leave and go to the next level, you will find out when you start to breathe hard and wonder where the pain there come from. It's because you're not working hard enough. Right? You're not working hard enough. You have to train insane. Fourth. I should have put fourth at first. Did I say professional first?
Yes.
No.
It is a professional first now. He said it.
I said it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fourth, the whole skill development. Your skill development, whatever you're doing now, is not good enough. It's not. Listen, I tell, everywhere I go, I preach my country. I preach about my players, and I tell people how fast we are. I never put my country down. I never put my players down. I don't put on my country. So I'm telling those kids over there, you should see how my kids move. You should see the team. I'm telling them about old team A and how they can dunk and do that. I preach us. That's how I motivate them. For us, here's what I'm telling you about them. They don't have the talent we have. They can't run like us. They don't move like us. But you know what they have? When they get dedicated to do something, if it's 100 of them, it says 7 o'clock, 100 of you here, 7 o'clock. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do this. So the commitment to your training and your skill to be, hey, next level. This is where you're at now. All of us in our country need to do this and not complain about the foreign players there. Because when the foreign players come, they're supposed to say, listen, man, we do this already. This is the team. We bring teams from all over come to Mandeville. I remember they bring one team with a tall guy from Mandeville, and we had a couple of guys on our team. Yo, we make the man them look bad. The man I'm gonna bring girl to come play with me, and she was tough enough. Girl that crossed me up and all these things. I said, wait, hold on. Wait.
What's going on?
And we run them off of the court. Run them up. Let me say it. We're running them. Listen, I forget where that team came from, but they came somewhere in the US, some varsity, and with that brethren, we gotta talk about. And we call a timeout and call the man and say, listen, what are we doing? No, wait. All right, you want me to stop again? All right, tell you what, I'm gonna stop again. No. We have to commitment to skills and training. Whatever you're doing now is not good enough. 5. This is the big one. Learn from everybody you can. And I'm not making this up. I never stop. Regin, I'm a little over. I'm gonna be touching 60 in a couple of years. Yeah? I never stop learning. Anything going on the internet, I'm on it. I want to see what the new players are doing. I want to see what's happening. If you want to move your team, yourself to another level, because my thing is, I plan to do this for business here, for business, motivational seminars, all of this stuff. I'm putting the package together, to help anybody that calls me, just get in contact, go to Hoops Basketball, contact me. You want a seminar? You want to learn how to do things? Hit me up. Because if we don't continue to do this stuff, Jamaica's just going to, we don't want to be a bunch of complaining people. That's not us. My grandfather, stop all that. We have to stop that. We have to stop it. Oh, yeah, that's somebody right, dominate, another thing. That was our call sign at Bel Air. When I went to Bel Air, everybody, you have to have that mentality. Dominate. Listen, Jamaica worldwide, everybody know what we do, man. They know us. They understand how fast we are. Basketball needs to step up to that level they know. Stop complaining. Stop begging. Let's put something together and work on those 5 things.
True. Definitely. Well said. Well said.
That's
And I definitely hope that persons are not just looking and going through 1 year, but to apply what was said. I know some persons will revisit this show and watch it over, and I'm saying it clearly. Coach Michael Stephenson is doing a whole lot, telling us and giving us some secrets to
the
get it done. It's
package
like
will
a
soon be
grandmother
ready.
there that, yeah, give it that secret ingredients for that soup or for that meal. Take it and know to apply it. All right, take it. You might can do everything one time because proportion is key in everything you do. So take it ensure that you use what you have learned or heard today. I
We
see a
need a
question
list.
in.
We need a list of this. You know, right away. We need a package to run out.
Yeah, man. So I see a
Definitely.
question in the chat right away, Willie, and I think I know that this question was coming in. Someone I know this question was going to be the first question up, and it is will he run
It's
for
not
president
us.
of Java?
This is not
And
us.
again, guys, we are just asking what is in the chat. All right, so we are clear. You're clear to answer,
Guys, I say me, I will die for my country. I will die for basketball too, but I see myself as a kind of mental philanthropist. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't. I'm not the guy who will come and say I want to be president. And I'm not. It's the politics thing. I'm not. I'm a doer, man. I do things from the side, behind. I don't mind being out front as a marketing person or that kind of thing. But president, when you take up something like the president of Java, you have to know what you're taking on. That is not a simple task, especially now. I'm not saying I could not do this, but
fine.
At this moment, I have a vision for basketball outside of being president, and I think it can be done. I'm already doing it. I'm already talking to people. There's things I'm doing that hopefully years from now. Look, you see the basketball court at Bel Air, that court? I'm the one that went to the government and said, look, and talked to I remember Mr. Brown. I talked to Mr. Brown at the school and said, we need a court, community court. That community court is still there. I'm the one that got that court. That's the kind of things I want to do. So I'm thinking of a trust and doing things, man, working, man, real work, not just standing and say I want to be president. I want to do things. So hopefully I can get that done.
Yeah, I hope you get that done too, man. I
just want
to see basketball better.
I hope so too. Before I see it happening because I already talked to people, man. I want to do, I talk to people, man. But I want to say I can't leave the chat without saying, bigging up my staff right now in China. Like later on at 2 or 3 o'clock, we normally have our meetings and things. But Jane, Roy, the whole crew, I could be nowhere without those 2 people. I tell you that. When nobody believed in Super Hoops basketball, Jane, Roy, those 2, they're over there running it right now.
Okay.
You taught them well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you can give a shout and you can give a shout out on our page. You're on Instagram, same Super Hoop site.
Yes, sir. Super Hoops. We're on Instagram. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Super Hoops. Just type in Super Hoops basketball. You can Google us. If you Google us, you'll see all the fun stuff come up on. You don't.
So guys, definitely.
Please follow
now. I'm gonna go follow now.
Follow now. Like, follow, share. Definitely so. And
I want to thank you guys.
Yes, we have to
thank you.
Because trust me, if there's anything you need to take, I'm gonna jump out and say if you need to take anything from this discussion, please take this quote that Stephenson shared with us. If you build it big enough, they will come.
They will come.
They will come. And I want that to go across the board for players, coaches, admin. Everybody can use this principle to know that you have to invest in yourself and invest in what you're doing. Coach Michael Stephenson enjoying his little vacation and make the time out to come and sit with us. Hold on. You have a next question there, Willie?
We have a next question from
sorry about
Philip.
that.
Yeah, man. I've already arranged that. I have a street ball team. Trust me, I have about 2-3 team one come. That's easy. It's just sponsors.
Ready.
They have. I can't say the sponsors that.
Okay.
Because the sponsors sent them to. The sponsors sent them to the game, the All-Star game in Toronto. So trust me, I lined that up about 4 years back. They can't wait to come. So as soon as this thing free up, we're nice. Trust
nice.
me.
We're good.
But it's not just that. I want to bring teams there. Not just them come here. Yeah.
Listen, if that's not motivation, for these young players to go in there, go practice your 5 philosophies and, get them skilled up to that. Somebody said they need it on a t-shirt, by the way. Just
I should have Travis. All right, Travis.
Okay. All right. So again, we have to say big respect for Coach Michael Stephenson. And as we said in Jamaica, big up yourself, Mr. Stephenson. He mentioned about just sitting on his veranda looking at the talents in Jamaica and say, that he's going to invest some time in growing the sport. And he put in years of work, right? Bring Central to where persons can recognize Central as basketball players. I already mentioned giving respect to Byfield, Watson, Lloyd Morris. So he's not a person that is selfish in regards to giving persons the respect that is due to them. So we definitely have to see much respect for turning up. You also managed the male team. You was a vice president, someone who went overseas, started Super Hoops, and you have been coaching internationally also. There's just so much you can offer, and you came on the show today and you gave us just a little bit, and person will say it's much, because trust me, you have to take something from this interview. You said you gave so much substance. You gave so much substance. So if you are looking and you want to grow the sport in Jamaica, you definitely will apply some of these principles. You talk about philosophy, and you were strong in the sense to say that you are a man of your word and you believe in professionalism. So that's one thing we also is driving, not only with coaches, but also all the leaders and players. You have to be professional in what you're doing. If you need to get up 5 o'clock, there's no excuse. You get up 4:30, right? And you'll be there. So these are principles that apply, and you realize that it also go right back, not only in basketball, but in your life. Where you find yourself developing and becoming that person that you can look in the mirror and say,
definitely,
job well done. All right, so thanks a lot for sharing with us, Coach Stephenson. And I know the viewers enjoy this interview, and I know I will be getting calls and texts. So Mr. Gary, need to get back, Coach Stephenson. I don't know how long you'll be here. However,
I'm here, man. Anytime.
You're here.
Anytime you want.
Man. No, you definitely have to come back on. Definitely.
And the thing about it with Interview Squad, we normally like to keep persons to them words. So like you mentioned, seminars, don't be surprised if you hear we call it to say, let's have a seminars with these coaches, because trust me, we need them to be, what would I say now, Willie, as soon as the gate open, because we are being optimistic that things will get back next to norm. So as soon as we need to be developing ourselves now. So I use COVID as a positive thing to say, take the time out to perfect your craft, so that when it's time to deliver, it's there, right? So we don't believe in luck. We believe in opportunity meet opportunities. Preparation meet opportunities. Yeah, preparation meet opportunities. All right. So again, good talking with you, Coach Stephenson. I hope you're enjoying your ackee and saltfish and touch the beach and everything. But big respect. And guys, go and Google, go on Instagram, wherever you need to go, put in Super Hoops, pop up, support, follow,
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
just keep it, because again, this is not a China thing when we talk about the elder assistant, but it's also one from our grassroots. It's a Jamaican, right? If you can look. So it's one of us, and trust me, he's doing great things. Super oops, you have to follow it. So big up yourself, Coach Stephenson, Sully, for letting us know that we must contact Coach Stephenson.
Big up,
Really
Sully.
appreciate that. So big up yourself, Sully. Thanks again.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Was
Bless.
very good. Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
All
Thank
right,
you.
cool. All right, cool. All right. So that was with Coach Stevenson. Willie, trust me, take a lot from that. At some point, I just ease back in the chair and I just listen to the passion that this one speak with in regards to basketball.
Need to apply
Yo.
those 5 philosophies to basketball.
If you build it big enough, they will come. Trust me. That I don't think that will ever leave me. I don't think that will ever leave me. If you build it big enough, they will come. All right. So, guys, we're little and we tell what Travis said. Travis has been active in the chat, and we must say a big shout out to Travis. As you can see.
Oh, I also coach Travis, you know.
You coach Travis.
Yeah, man. CMU, man.
I'm kind of sorry for you, Travis, but I know you will.
I'm one of the better coaches. So
all right, Plimo. Free up the mic, Plimo. I'll go on. Before we leave,
yeah, man, it's very informative, man.
Facts.
Definitely have to give Coach Mike a link.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen, as the man said, the ballers, the young ballers, reach out to Coach Stephenson and learn from him, man.
Follow the man, for real, man.
And if you can't get to him, again, everybody knows Sully. Sully also will make that connection. So you can link Sully.
Yeah, man. Sully no there Kingston.
Yeah, man. Sully's supposed to leave Monday.
Kingston,
so Sully's supposed to go up on plane. However, let us show you what's going on. We had an opportunity to go and visit the under-17 national team training at the stadium, at the indoor arenas. Yes, that's Coach Poison. We're also assistant coaches, Coach Sullivan. So we talk with some of the players, Willie, and just looking at the training, we didn't really show a lot because we have a thing to say. Let's keep it.
Yeah, we don't
know who's watching the show. However,
exactly.
Let me say, Jamaica, we have some good talents going out. We have some good Plimo. We have a youth taller than me, and I deal with a dunk crazy. I feel I wonder what go on if I'm under 17.
You did ask two of them some questions. So
we need to see that person then.
No, you need to see it. No, man, it's a good look. We don't have to show that video today, Willie. You know, you can check out the Instagram page. Visit the page. We'll post more things on it, and also the links. We also have the date for the competition. I think they start Wednesday. So all these information will be on our Instagram page. We are going to post the date. We are going to post links. If you're in the basketball groups with us, we are going to send you so you can get a chance to support from your living room or wherever you want to watch it from. But again, we are moving. We are pushing basketball all the way. 100%.
So what's happening apart from all of that? Remember, we need to shout out.
Definitely. Canada, Link, Kurt McLean, right?
Yeah, man, Kurt McLean, man.
Yeah, we're having this, as you can see, police officers, fire, army, a whole lot of things going on, but it's 5-on-5 at, were you saying what, Willie?
No, I was saying it's
I think you want us to put a team together, you know.
Yeah, so.
But we can't go beat up the police and them things. I'm going to see me on the road and give me a beer ticket when we drive past.
They tell you, brother. But I think you want us to put a team together and enter.
Say less, we are there. All right. In a mind state, we still can't beat them up. Yeah.
And again, we always have to make sure we shout out to Phase
To
1
the west
Academy.
side, yes. Huey and also Rose. Trust me, I see them two youth here in Jamaica where they are we talk patois. Them two youth here. Always behind basketball, pushing basketball in the West. Big respect to them. We're not gonna be like I see Rihanna get honors of Barbados and people are running and talk about attire and a whole lot of things. Trust me. Listen, full-time Jamaica, and we're not just talking about the country, we're talking overall, we need to acknowledge persons who are putting in the work, right? So as the group that pushing basketball, let us just jump and say, listen, big respect to Rose, big respect to Peewee, big respect to Sullivan, big respect to Ludlow, still working Goofy.
Yeah, man.
Goofy.
I have to big up CBA, man. Caribbean Basketball Academy.
Yeah,
Coach
man. Simon,
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday morning.
Action Jamaica, all of that.
And I must say, and I'm going to say this publicly, big respect to Rowan Robinson. Sometimes
always
you see that you the always talk about LeBron and I wonder there's something wrong with him, you know. But when they come on to basketball, basketball, is somebody who is passionate, and I've never, and I'm saying it on publicly, I have never called Rowan in regards to basketball, and him give me a no. It's always him can't do it right to himself. Give me a little time. Right?
Big up all of them. Don't forget Stumbo and the Tampa Down team.
Yeah, man. I'm a big up Stumbo. I'm going to big him up again.
Stumbo.
All of them.
Coach Nyron Heard.
Yes.
Coach Nyron Heard.
Yes. And guys, we are from the southern, so you realize that we'll talk about coaches from the southern. So don't kill we. We try our best to try and know coaches in the central area, west. So any coach that I put in the work, big up on yourself, I must say, because together we are make this work. All right?
Yeah,
so just keep fighting, keep pushing. It's looking at January to restart the schoolboy league. Coaches, and this might be a sour topic, but coaches, if we are not entertaining the vaccination talk, the league now gonna start, you know. Football start, and all of the protocols are there. All the coaches, all the players.
So the footballer them have to get vaccinated. Yeah.
Everybody, even the what I call him now, the groundsman, have to be vaccinated. Even the groundsman. So everybody have to be vaccinated. So if we need the game to go, we have to make up our mind. Either leave it. We can't follow Kyrie. Kyrie not play. Can't follow Kyrie.
You heard about the NBL 3-3?
It was mentioned to me that they want to start December 18. I don't want to say too much because I got a phone call last week, and as you know, by the interview squad, we like to ensure that it's clear on paper and we are certain about the event taking place. But because I hear them say Willie said the 18th, Gary said the 18th. I got a phone call, the date was mentioned. So I'm saying it clearly, it's not confirmed as yet, but I heard that something's supposed to take place. Wouldn't mind that we have basketball for the Christmas. All right. So
yeah, and as always, we have to try and big up the basketball community and this time. You get what I mean? So again, man, shout out to Ted. You know, go support the man. You can find him right. There's a New Kingston, Trafalgar, and Lady Musgrave.
Yeah. And trust me, yo, I don't know him get them chicken there from for him.
Them big,
trust me, the man chicken them big like yo. Listen, we need to buy it this Saturday. Friday, and it lasts till Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, man. And
no joke.
No joke. Go and check it out. The general. Again, we have to support the coaches, whatever you're doing. If you have any business, you can still reach out to the interview squad. It don't necessarily have to be about basketball. So if you're in selling any business at all, you need any promotion, just link us. You have my number. If you don't have my number, you have Willie's number. If you don't have Willie's number, you have Plymouth number. Just give it a shout. Put it on our page while we're doing the interview. Show it up. And that's just on the basketball fraternity. Right, so we are doing this for the basketball fraternity. right? Not the basketball fraternity. 3 friends them have a business around this. You get me? The basketball fraternity. All right, we do some free ads just for you guys. All right, so big up on yourself. Keep basketball going. Keep the mentality.
Yeah, man, you know
Stay
the chat
positive.
go.
If
Like
you feel it big enough,
they will come.
they will
Out.
follow.
Yeah, man. We have a new outro. No, we have an outro now.
Outro.
So see it up. Hold on.
Good
I say a
job.
comment. I don't want to a
Hold on,
comment here,
stop.
sir.
Stop. Yes. From Keisha.
Oh
We
yeah.
lost a great national representative, Simone Jackson.
Yeah,
We
man.
spoke about it as we start the program. We also share a video. And with that, and the fact that Keisha just mentioned that, trust me, we have the outro, Willie, but let us do it this way. I want to show that video with Simone Jackson again, or tribute to Simone Jackson, and then we'll give the outro. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Gone too soon. Shiny and sparkling and splendidly bright. You one day, gone one night. Like the loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon. Gone too soon.
Been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
When my name.